What's up, YouTube? This is Rohan, also known as Work That VSG Girl. So, I just wanted to come to do my Monday video vlog for you and tell you what's been going on and just talk about my topic of the day, which is going back to the gym and working out, and what advice I have for my other VSG, RNY, or just plain weight loss friends that are on YouTube that need advice. So, just so that you know, I actually just came from the gym. I am not at my 6 week post op, but because I was actually working out a lot before and lifting weights, the doctor said, go at my own discretion. Just make sure that, I don't lift heavy. Primarily walking was, the thing, and, the recumbent bikes, stationary bikes, things like that. But today I wanted to push it a little bit. I don't feel any pain, so that's the good thing. But I do want to go over, and I have today, which is my top 5 things to do for new people going to the gym. So before I go forward, I want to say thank you to my new subscribers. Woohoo! I love you all. I'll have to figure out something to give, the people that subscribe to me. Bracelets, something. I'll figure it out here soon. Also, I want to, say thank you to all the people on YouTube that I do follow that have watched my videos and, commented and given me some advice on Facebook and in my support groups. So thank you very much for all of that. So my starting weight was 283 as of March 11th, 2015. I had to do a 6 week pre-op. So that or 6 month pre-op before my vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which was November 9th, 2015. My surgery weight was 239, and my current weight, which is today, is December 7th. I am roughly about 225. I try not to weigh myself every day just because I don't want to live by the scale. So I've been around 226, 225. So I'm at that 3 week kind of stall that a lot of people go through. But I don't look at the scale, so I really, don't know. The last time I looked was a few days ago. So I'm not really concerned about it. But anyway, what I want to talk about today, though, and so I'm going to do a disclaimer so that nobody says, and just remember, this vlog is my journey and what I do. It doesn't mean that you have to do it, but again, it's advice for anybody that is, looking to get started. I know that there are a lot of sleeve people, and excuse me, I'm looking down because I do have my top 5 things in my notes here. So, but I do know that there's a lot of people that are farther out in their journey and they had never still worked out, and then all of a sudden they get to their maintenance stages and they don't know how to work out or, where to even begin. So I have always been active, like I mentioned in a previous video, and I've always worked out. Like I said, I went with my soulmate, my husband, today. And I did, leg exercises with him, and then I got on the stationary stair master, which I did a 20-minute listening to my music and just going. And it's something that I hadn't done. I did it the other day, but I hadn't done it in like almost 20 years. So, that's my little non-sleeve, victory, because it's something that I, had never been able to do before in these at my highest weight. So, yay me! Whoop, whoop. So anyway, my disclaimers, I'm not a doctor or a physical therapist, so anything that you care to use, please use at your own discretion. I always advise to, anytime you start a workout, I saw my doctor, I advise you to see your doctor just to make sure that you're okay and fit to work out. Now, I have really bad knees, and the thing that when I saw the knee specialist said, lose weight, or you're going to have surgery by the time as you get older. Well, okay, so, and that's what they tell everybody. But my biggest thing is people are always afraid to go to the gym. And that's because they don't know where to start. They don't know what to do. So I'm going to, this is what this is about. Now, I do want to tell you that I do mention a little bit of health things, and I am actually a licensed massage therapist. I spent a full year learning about health, nutrition, the body, skeletal, muscular. So I know, a little bit about it. I'm state certified, so I think I know what I'm talking about when I talk about bones and muscles. Hopefully, I get paid for it. So, like, but so that's kind of my experiences. Plus, I have a background with family and healthcare and my own healthcare. Um, so number one, starting out to go to the gym. First thing, get comfortable gym clothes. That's very important. Gym shoes are like the most important thing to have, because it's for the support and prevents injury. Um, when you're a bigger girl or guy, finding the right clothes kind of seems scary, but a good pair of sweats and an oversized t-shirt, nobody knows what's underneath that. And that's what people, I've got an oversized shirt on like right now. And I just went to the gym with a shirt that was a 2X and I'm in an extra large. I've always worn, a 3X or a 2X, and, I'm gradually going down because I'm losing the weight. But, you can reduce those sizes as you actually start to lose the weight. So, I know a lot of people see, go to the gyms or they go outside and they see people running in those tight clothes. You don't have to wear those. You don't have to be Miss Skinny Minnie. You don't have to be, insecure about that, and what you wear. So, and believe me, in big clothes, nobody can see the rolls. Only they're there. So that's something, that you really want to, make sure. Also a good iPod or MP3 player. Get that music that you like to hear. What motivates you? Classical, rock, country. I listen to it all, because I might do my cool down to country. I might do, my husband's bigger on rap than I am, but I'll listen to rap here and there. I like it, but it doesn't keep me going like rock music does. So that's what I have, and it's crucial to keep you moving. Sometimes people get bored because they don't have, change up your playlist. If you have a playlist for 1 week, change it up another week, and skip to the song that gets you moving and keeps you moving. Number 2, pack your protein for after. So protein is what they tell us in, our weight loss journeys. It's very important for muscles to feed basically 30 to 45 minutes after you do any workout. So your muscles need protein for building, plus it helps for blood sugar drops. So after you work out, if you spend 45 minutes on a treadmill, if you ever notice, or if you go for a walk, you're tired. Well, you need to eat that protein. That's why you need to have things that are going to help keep that blood sugar sustained. So I've done, walking on 1.5, which is one of the lowest levels, and I can still feel weak after. So you have to make sure that you eat something as soon as you're done. I pack, before I had my sleeve, I packed, walnuts, a hard-boiled egg, a banana, things that I could, eat as I'm about to drive home. That's pretty much what you have to do. You have to make sure that you're having things that are going to be easy to pull out and take with you. Let's see. Also, make sure that you eat, like if you're in the driveway, start snacking on those before you leave, because say you have to go to the store. The worst thing is to go to the store hungry. You never want to go to the store hungry, because what happens? You pick up that candy. It's right there at the register. So how hard is it to pick that up and say, hey, let's see. Oh, I put on here apples, bananas. Apples are good for your fiber. Like I said, hard-boiled eggs. Protein shake. If you have Isopure, Nectar, anything that you can put in your shaker cup, that you can add the water to after, put it in that shaker cup and shake it up and drink that as you're driving home. So that way you're still getting that protein. Plus, protein drinks absorb into the system faster. So that's where, and I'm still sorry about that. I just put my hands all on screen, but I'm still trying to figure out where I'm supposed to look on my camera. Today I'm using my iPad, so hopefully I'll get my camera up and running soon, and then I won't have to worry about that. Um, Also, low carb protein bar, or low carb protein bars can do the trick. Whatever you choose, but just make it healthy. Number three, most important thing, also water. Hydrate, because you need the liquid. When you're sweating or you're not sweating, you're still burning in your system. Your body is naturally burning, so you need to make sure that you're always hydrating. Um, they say that our bodies are made up of 98% or so of water. Well, when you start burning that, it affects, because I noticed when I had a dehydration spell that my kidneys were actually, messing up. So if you're sipping through your workout, I was really bad before that. I hated to drink during my workouts because I felt like it was sitting in my stomach because my body was not processing the liquid out fast enough. So especially when I would lift weights. So that's where, for me, but I had to learn now when I go, I'm like, okay, well, let me just sip, not gulp, and then get it through. So, and you don't want to, and I've actually seen someone pass out at the gym from dehydration. So you don't want to be that person where you get embarrassed and because you could have just taken a sip of water. So don't do it. Number four, now that you've decided to really work out, don't be afraid. Walk around your neighborhood, go to a class, they're everywhere. And I know it can be intimidating for beginners. I was a beginner. But don't be afraid. You'll never be the only beginner there. I went to a Zumba class and I was terrified. I thought that I would be the only person in there, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. Guarantee you that if you are not the only beginner, there was somebody else that maybe a week ago just started the class. So don't be afraid to be a beginner in anything. Even though you may feel like it, we all have to start somewhere. I actually also started off with swim classes, and I actually loved it. I hated, and I grew up where I was comfortable with my body until children came and life happened. But what did I do? And I went to swim class with the seniors. So, they're real comfortable with their bodies, some of them in swim class. I had a guy in Speedos who was like 80 years old. Not cute. Not cute at all. So, but what I did do, I'm really still insecure about my legs, my lower half, because that's where I carry a lot of my weight. But what did I do? I wore my regular bathing suit and I wore men's swim trunks because they're bigger, and I was able to block that and cover that up. So, that's what you have to do. Going to the gym. Like I said, going to the gym for a newbie, you've got those hardcore grunters in there that do the You're not working out with them, so don't worry about that. And when you are ready to move to weights, you want to start light. I have, for example, here, I have by my bed 10-pound weight. Well, I do this at home. Triceps. So you're working these tricep muscles. That's stuff that I do at home, like I said. But I can also do that at the gym. 2-pound weights. The lowest weights that I found are 1 and 2-pound weights. But here's the thing. People are always afraid to lift weights. But I'm going to tell you. Do you lift those groceries when you go to the grocery store to get them in your car? How much of those groceries, especially if you have canned goods in them, average can weigh about a pound. So if you've got 2, use the things that are going to be, beneficial for you to work out with. You don't have to, you've got armbands, you've got for help with resistance. You don't have to be in there like doing bench presses with 200 pounds of weight. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of those people that are in there, they're in there thinking that they, a lot of them don't have good form. They are, they're just learning. Some of them are not. But you can always ask somebody that's in the gym, if you're afraid. Don't be afraid to use the machines. The machines, are there for you as well. That's where I started, was with machines, and then I moved to free weights. Free weights are the thing that I just showed you, which is, it's free. You're using your own movement to do that. But the machines are attached to cables. You can ask someone using it. You can ask, I learned to watch the person and see what they were doing. And with that, I also learned, though, there's a bad side to that because they might not be using it correctly. But on the machines, there's always a little guide. At least the gyms that I've been and experienced, there's always a guide. Or I've gone to the front desk and asked, how do you use this? So again, don't be afraid, but also make sure that if you're lifting, you use arm wraps, knee wraps, because you want to protect those joints and you want to make sure that you're not injuring yourself. So if you're going to learn to start lifting a little heavier, if you feel any pain at all, you always stop. You don't keep going. You stop to see if it's just your body trying to adjust or if you've truly pulled something. Because if you do another rep, you can pop out a knee joint. You can tear a ligament. The knees, especially for us, because we are in this journey, obviously we did this for a reason and we were heavier. We have that knee pain. But you've got to remember that that's the big thing, is that you want to make sure you're taking care of, your joints and your bodies, your body. Let's see. I have a number 5 and I'm already at 16 minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and go through it. You can watch the rest of this video or not. I try to keep them, so I should have just done this in 2 parts, but oh well. But this gets its own category, and again, it was the weights. But I just want to add to that, you don't have to be toned like a bodybuilder. You want to get to that if that's what you feel that's your goal, but don't be afraid of those. I think I missed something. Oh, and I dropped my notes. But I think that I'll go ahead and cut it at that, since I am at the 17 minutes. But I'm going to cut it at that. And I just want to say again, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and link them below. Don't forget to comment and subscribe if you have any questions. Like I said, comment, subscribe, tell me what you want to see. I have lots of resources, so I can try to pull those up and see, where we can go. I was trying to do a video for you at the gym and show you some of the equipment. I did one, but it was very, it was loud in there and I didn't talk loud enough, so I may upload it, may not. Or I'll just try to do another one for you. But again, I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you again for my new subscribers. I love you all. Thank you again, YouTube. Work that VSG.